The next participant is Toastmaster Ammar Ahmad. Cinderella, Toastmaster Ammar Ahmad.
Cinderella, मेरा इंतजार करना, मैं रास्ते में हूँ, बस आ रहा हूँ मैं. Meaning, Cinderella, wait for me, I am about to arrive. When Siddharth Ali wrote this song in 1995, he didn't have a clue that there was a child, just 8 years old, whose life would fit perfectly with this song. Because I have been getting late, left, right and center, and making everyone around me a Cinderella. Cut to scene 1. I am lying on my bed in my room, and it's 11 a.m. My office time is 8 a.m. And I am woken up by this beautiful ringtone that everyone should remember, could remember. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, my boss. Hello? Ammar, कहाँ हैं आप? आज अपनी साइट पे जाना है. Ammar, where are you? You have to go on. Sir, मैं बस आ रहा हूँ सर, मैं रास्ते में, I'm on the way. I jumped out of bed to get to my office, but I am thinking to myself, I just made my boss a Cinderella. Cut to scene 2. There is hush, quietness in the room. One guy is presenting his C++ project on the stage. My instructor, Madam Atia, is sitting at the back, watching this guy's project quietly. And I am outside, waiting to enter the room. Like always, I am late. And I am wishing that no one notices when I enter. And I quietly open the room. And the instructor, Madam Atia, looks at me sternly and she's like, you are always late. I quietly sit on the chair and I just thought to myself that I just made my instructor a Cinderella. So, I think everyone has an internal clock, reference clock, where they have the idea of time, how much time they have got to reach a certain place. And sometimes it is off by a few minutes, like you guys might have 1 or 2 minutes late here and there. But my internal clock is off by 2 hours, straight away. And if I have to reach at 6 p.m. somewhere, then I have to aim at 4 p.m. Then I can reach exactly at 6. And I remember another instant, my exams were going on, I was living in the hostel, and I was preparing and I thought my exam was at 11, and I woke up and saw that 11:30 is. I rushed to my examination hall, and the examination hall's doors were closed, and I knocked it. No one replied. I desperately knocked it. An examiner opened the door. Well, exam started half an hour before. Why are you here? Sir, I will catch up. I will write something. Please let me in. And as I entered, he says, okay, alright, get in. And as I am going through the rows, I notice no one is familiar to me. My course fellows is not sitting there. I think maybe there is a combined exam of some of my seniors are there. And I reached the examination sheet where attendance is displayed, and I noticed that my exam was 2 hours earlier, and I completely missed the exam. So, do you remember 2012 movie when the guy? How many of you have seen the movie 2012? For the reason I think would be 2009, somewhere around that time. Okay, in that movie, there was the writer. When the movie starts, he was going to pick up some kids. And when he called someone, his boss calls on the phone and says, I'm hurtling to you right now. And he was not even in the car that way. So my life is like that, if you sum it up in some way. And then I joined I attended the first meeting of Toastmasters. I still remember it was in Hangout. And it was the first meeting. Toastmaster Muzammil was president. And it was 6 p.m. and the meeting was about to start at 6:30. And when I saw that no one is there and I am the only one, I called him. I thought that this syndrome is right. With the Toastmasters, no one maybe arrive at 7. So I called him, oh yes, we will arrive, we will start the meeting. And exactly 6:15, everyone starts to arrive and the room is filled, the meeting starts exactly on time. And I thought to myself that this Cinderella thing is not going to work. I have to arrive at Toastmasters on time and start the meeting and attend the meeting on time. So this Toastmasters is a really wake-up call for every one of us. As a culture, we are always getting late in marriages, marriage ceremonies and everything. But the people who value time are the ones who get valued back in life. The people who respect time are the ones who get respected in life. So that's all. Over to you.
Toastmaster Iftikhar Ali Khan. My first day at Toastmaster Club. My first day at Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Iftikhar Ali Khan.
What was your perceptions about Toastmasters before joining it, before coming here? Yes, anyone please? What was your perception about Toastmasters? Yes.
When I read the word first time, I thought that those guys make toast out of bread.
Okay, anyone else? Yes.
It was pretty scary the first time I visited the club in a meeting, and I was sitting at the back and people were giving speeches. It was pretty scary that I would be on stage.
Thank you so much. When I heard the word first time, so I also said, Toastmasters is a place where someone expert in toast making, and we will eat it. So, but the situation is totally different here. Thank you so much. God bless you. Judy. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Assalamu. When I came first time in Toastmaster Club, the meeting was already started. I just entered from the room and sat in the third row and was observing the situation with my naked eyes and toast in my mind. I said, the meeting was already started. Table topic session, table topic master was calling one by one. When he called the first one, and just he started a word, I listened. This, I heard. When the second time I heard it, then I was confused. And why is someone doing such type of it? I wanted to see him. And just when I saw him in the last row, 60 plus man, brown hair, was doing this. I didn't concentrate on speech because with the frequency of speech, the bill was increasing. I was thinking about it, how to stop that man. Suddenly, I saw it. This one. This one. Someone is just like this one is. No, my mind is with those. Someone is just like doing their diction. And this, I was totally scared. And my mind is scattered. How to concentrate on speech? But fellow Toastmasters. How these tools helped me? It was amazing. I am here due to these tools. In front of you. Fellow Toastmasters, the next thing, which I observed from the first day up till now was clapping. Everyone has said, Buru mein jaise clapping, Buru mein jaise gaate. If you see a word, then they will throw it. Sometimes the speaker confused. Yeah, what did he say? What did he say? That just clapping. This is the other thing, and it will encourage also me and also all the speakers here. The other things which I observe in Toastmasters is also interesting, amazing, very good, which is always punctual, always in time, and always outstanding. On the first day, when I attend the club and then go to break, then there are conversations with the senior Toastmaster, junior Toastmaster, guest, and so on. So I asked from Bilal. I asked from Bilal with me, sir, how are you? I just asked him about the meetings, what is going on and why it is someone is doing their cell like that. And Bilal, senior Toastmaster, VP Education at that time, he told me in reply, don't worry, sir. Only take a membership. You will learn it out. So that was very interesting experience for me. And he explained me in such a way that I left the meeting in the middle and took a membership. Fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster is really the place where you go everywhere. But remember, every road of success is under construction. Good. Thank you.
I'll now call Toastmaster Muhammad Ali. Realize the value of memories. Realize the value of memories. Toastmaster Muhammad Ali.
Madam Contest Chair, Toastmaster friends, and distinguished guests. When it comes to eating, how many of you would like to try something new? Raise your hand and say, I.
Aye.
Thank you. And I am also just like you. Because on a summer evening of 2001, when I was 10 years old and I was waiting to try something new, my elder sister, Uruj, because she was very good at cooking, so she was making a new dish. And that new dish was just a leg piece of chicken. And in order to make that chicken leg piece, she was using a new recipe. And me, along with my 8 siblings, with 9 people, we were just curious that what is going to be the taste of that chicken. And we were just hungry and we were just waiting for it to get ready. And we were just getting more hungry due to its spicy, juicy, and mouth-watering smell. And when finally it was ready, and all the siblings were looking at that chicken piece, we heard a weird sound. What was that? Actually, it was the bell of our door. So I had to go to the door and open it. And it was the best friend of my elder sister, Ruth. So we welcomed her to our house and she came and sat. And after a few moments, my generous elder sister took that plate in front of her. And she was just looking at it, and while gossiping, so she took the first bite. What? Is it fish? My sister said, no, it's not fish, it's chicken. But it just tastes like fish. And we were dying to have that, and she was just praising it. So she started gossiping again, and after a few moments we realized that 50% of it was gone. And after finishing the 50%, she said, Ruth, is it fish? And we were like, please something for us. But no, she continued gossiping, enjoying the talk with her friend, and again. And after finishing the whole plate, when even the bones of the chicken were in that plate, she finished it. And while it was on the table, she said, Ruth, it was fish! And my sister said, no, it was not fish. She enjoyed it and she finished it. And we just kept watching. And at that evening, I was along with all my siblings, I was very angry because I couldn't get to taste that. But as my sister was always cooking new dishes, so after a few days, sister had cooked something new, and I approached and I said, Ruth, is it fish? But when I opened, it was dal. Once. And another day, Ruth cooked something and I said, Ruth, is it fish? But when I opened, it was aloo butter, potato and peas. So, this how at that moment, we were very angry at that guest. But now we have realized that, because that was just a little story, but this story was powerful enough to spread smiles on your faces even after 20 years of that incident. So this is the power of memories, that when we have such things, my dear Toastmasters, I want you to think about it. We all have such situations in our lives. Just think about your siblings, think about your kids, think about your parents. We all have such kind of incidents happening in our life every day, but we feel anger about them. So I would just like to tell you that instead of feeling anger about them, feel good about them. Because now 20 years have passed, and whenever I go to my sister's home, she is married now, and whenever I go to my sister's home, now she gives me different kind of dishes. For example, if she gives me biryani, even if she gives me beef, whenever I take the first bite, and I say, Ruth, is it fish? So, actually, I just want to conclude here by saying that yes, memories have a very great importance in our life, and instead of feeling angry about such situations, we should be happy that we are actually making the memories, and these memories will live forever. So I would just like to end by saying this, that we never realize the value of something in our lives until it becomes a memory. Over to you, madam.